Now that I have panel data structure at the year level, then I'm ready to be doing some calculations of some financial variables and financial ratios that are important for data analysis, for financial analysis. Then I will calculate variables such as earnings before interest and taxes. Then you gotta read this my note just to remember the basics of financial analysis, financial statements, and financial ratios. Okay, and I'm gonna be calculating return assets, return equity, asset turnover, uh, the book value of shareholder equity, net income for all the companies that I have here that I downloaded from the web, all the Mexican exchange, all the companies, public companies of the Mexican exchange market. I will do so in one shot. This is one of the advantages of having a panel data structure and the advantages of this data that I can do computations very quickly. I'm going to show you how. Okay, now I did the collapse, then I have yearly data, then I'm going to save the data set. Then I'm going to make sure that I have the correct time series set. Then the Empresa ID is the company ID and the annual. And then I'm going to be calculating the annual returns using the COT. The COT is the adjusting price of the stock. Okay, then this is the price divided by last price minus 1. If you see here, now data controls I can use the lagged prefixes of the variables, and since this is a panel data structure, okay, then when data is calculating, for example, in this part, if it wants to go to the last one, it's not gonna go here because I have a change of the company. Then the last one of this one will not exist. But if I'm here, data will consider last one this value because the company has not changed. Then if you see data controls, since I have specified that the Empresa ID and the annual are the time series variables that will be considered, then I can use the prefix, the time prefix for each variable without any problem, without me doing the control of calculating those lagged. Then I calculate the annual returns, the continually compounded returns. Okay, is the natural log of the price divided by last price from last year. Okay, now I'm using the yearly data. Then when I indicate the last one is last year. Okay, then now I can calculate earnings before interest and taxes. It's just I have sales or revenues minus cost of goods sold minus sales and operating expenses. Then I quickly, when I do this, the power is that I will calculate in for all the companies for all the periods, simple returns, continually compound returns, and earnings before interest and taxes. I'm gonna run it and see what happened. Then these variables were added at the end. And if I type edit, I can see that I have these variables calculated for all the companies, all the periods when I have data. Okay. Then I calculated that. Then I can calculate net income, is earnings before interest and taxes. I do not have financial expenses in this data set. That I'm going to just consider 0, and the taxes. This is net income. Then I can run this. I generate net income, and then I can calculate the share an estimation of shareholder equity. It's not as an exact estimation, but I'm just subtracting total assets minus liabilities, total liabilities. Okay, as an estimation of shareholder equity. And then remember, every time I use a gen, I'm generating the column for all the companies for all the years. Then this is the ROAV, return asset before interest and taxes. Is the EBIT divided by previous total assets of the company. Then I'm gonna run this one. Then I'm gonna run the return asset. This net income divided by total asset of the last period. Then I'm gonna calculate return equity. Have the net income divided by shareholder equity. Then I can calculate debt to equity ratio is long-term debt. This is long-term debt divided by shareholder equity. Okay. Then leverage. There's a leverage variable. Is not only the only financial leverage calculation, but this is basically the long-term debt to asset ratio. Okay, then I'll calculate asset turnover is sales divided by total asset of the last period. Then I'm going to calculate profit margin. Then now until here I can just do a DuPont analysis. The DuPont analysis indicate me that the return on assets is equal to asset turnover multiplied by profit margin. In this case, I can be looking at how those values change over time. Okay, and I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I'm gonna just show the results of this. Then I'm gonna see here how these were calculated. Now I can do analysis of these financial ratios. Now I'm gonna stop here.